Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to have you join me today for this Accelerate live stream titled From Curiosity to Conversion Mastering AI Driven Campaigns. My name is Vumani Ngube, a performance specialist here at Google, and I will be guiding you step by step on how to leverage Google's AI tools across the campaign lifecycle. So, jumping straight to it, in our agenda today, we firstly want to answer the question, why AI? And our goal today is to equip you with concrete examples and tools to immediately incorporate Google AI into your daily workflows. What we'll cover is a brief overview of the Google Ads campaign process, practical AI applications within each stage, how AI tools enhance the process, and finally, some actionable takeaways you can implement today. So let's start where we should always start, with the consumer. It's fair to say that the consumer behavior is now predictably unpredictable, and manual campaigns and traditional media planning cannot possibly keep up. Consider that consumers on average interact with over 130 mobile touchpoints a day. How can you possibly predict or media plan with that reality? AI is accelerating changes in consumer behavior, but it's also what will allow you to keep pace. Now that's important. In this new world, those who will get ahead are the most willing to adapt to change. Part of that is accepting that you no longer can or even need to predict consumer behavior, but you certainly need to be where they are. Today's consumer is seamlessly and simultaneously moving across 4 key behaviors, which are searching, scrolling, shopping, and streaming. And the pace of change is only accelerating. Let's watch this short video to see what these 4 behaviors look like in action.
Why is my non-stick pan sticking?
High temperatures can damage most nonstick pans. That's why I love this bad boy from our place. This is temperature safe up to 1,000 degrees, and it's virtually indestructible.
Of those 4 behaviors, when we just look at search, we see that more than 15% of daily searches are new. What's amazing is that this number has remained true for over a decade, which shows that human curiosity is limitless. Now you can search anything. Search never stands still. We used to have to carefully choose keywords, then we started searching more naturally with our voice, with our camera, and now we can even have a back and forth with search and ask follow-up questions to dig deeper. People are getting more from search than they ever thought was possible. One functionality that we added not so long ago is AI overviews. AI overviews brings the helpfulness of AI into the main search experience, and it's one of the most successful launches in search in the past decade. AI Overviews has more than 1.5 billion users in more than 200 countries and territories every month. This means that Google Search is bringing generative AI to more people than any other product in the world. People who use AI Overviews are more satisfied and search more, asking new types of questions. We see a learning effect as well. As people learn what AI Overviews can do, they start asking new types of questions, including more complex questions that they wouldn't have typically come to Google with in the past. Another AI product is AI Mode. AI Mode is a total reimagining of search. it takes full advantage of Gemini's advanced capabilities, expanding what AI overviews can do with more advanced reasoning and multimodal capabilities, so you can get help with even your toughest questions. People are using AI mode for help with exploratory and open-ended questions, along with more complicated tasks, like comparing two products, for example, or exploring how-tos and planning a trip. Early testers of AI mode are asking much longer queries, like 2 to 3 times the length of traditional searches. This new era of Google search means new business opportunities, and search is the greatest platform for capturing, comprehending, and creating intent on an incredible scale. Ads within AI overviews are now available on desktop in the US, and later this year, we'll also be expanding ads in AI overviews to select English language countries on mobile and desktop. We are also experimenting with ads in AI mode responses. Now that all this is happening in search behavior and experience, the only way to win in this AI-powered search era is to adopt AI-powered campaigns. So if you're asking, how can my marketing keep up? If you are stuck on manual campaigns, it probably won't. You can't manually build campaigns or choose keyword lists anymore. How do you choose keywords for natural language, an image, a conversation? With traditional keyword targeting, you might be missing out on meaningful reach and revenue. This is where our next generation of ad solutions come in that will drive your next level of performance across search and other inventory. So to recap on this section, how do you keep up with today's predictably unpredictable consumers? It all comes together to a modern marketing formula. When you take Google and YouTube's unmatched scale and influence, where consumers are streaming, scrolling, searching, and shopping, and you multiply that with the best AI-powered campaigns, you get a much superior ROI for your business. Now moving on to the Google Ads campaign process. The Google Ads campaign process is made up of 4 key stages, which are objectives and strategy alignment. Number 2, campaign setup. 3, campaign optimization. And finally, reporting and insights. So let's look at each of these in detail. Let's assume you are at the implementation stage, for example. You probably already have the strategy and media plan. So your job is to make sure that as you implement, the strategy aligns with the campaigns and you have clear and relevant KPIs for your campaigns. Now, AI tools like Gemini and NotebookLM can help you understand, analyze, connect, and translate strategic intent into actionable Google Ads campaigns. So we will break up this alignment stage into 2 clear phases. Now, phase 1 is where you build a foundation using a tool called NotebookLM. And phase 2 is to then take the output from NotebookLM and use it as an input in a tool called Gemini for the translation and sense checking. So let's look at this in more detail. Firstly, building that intelligent foundation in NotebookLM. Maybe let's start by answering the question, what is NotebookLM? So NotebookLM is an AI-powered research assistant for deep document understanding. How it helps you is by you being able to upload or ingest different sources into it and then starting to chat with these sources to get summaries, extract core objectives, target audience insights, and just establish alignment across all these sources to get a consolidated brief and identify any contradictions, if there are any, across those sources. And what's important or key about NotebookLM is that it will give you grounded information based on the sources you provided. Hence, it's important to build the foundation in NotebookLM. An output then from NotebookLM can be a consolidated brief, And you could actually create notebooks for each campaign you work on and then save these to refer to later. Now, there are other key benefits of using Notebook LM that I'd like us to consider. One, it keeps your data private and secure. Two, it's grounded in information you trust from those sources that you've provided already. Three, you move from information to insights in a snap. And finally, it's multimodal across text, graphs, images, and many languages as well. Now, here are some examples of prompts you could try out after uploading, say, the strategy document, the media plan, historical campaign reports, and maybe the product marketing brief. So you could then ask Notebook LM to say, summarize the core business objective for the specific client and identify the key target audience segments from the strategy document and media plan. Another prompt or question you could ask is, from the product marketing brief, extract the main unique selling points for the client and how do these align with the audience values identified in the strategy document. Now that you have built the foundation in Notebook LM, you can now take that output from Notebook LM and use it in Gemini for translating and sense checking. I'm sure we all know Gemini is an advanced conversational AI for analysis, ideation, and refinement. So how it helps is that in this case, it can help translate high-level goals into actionable KPIs, also identify gaps, suggest optimizations, and generate ideas as well. So your role in this case would be then to ask precise strategic questions by inputting Notebook LM insights or the consolidated brief from Notebook LM into Gemini. So taking that output from Notebook LM and using it in Gemini could look something like this. So your prompt could be, I have summarized insights for an upcoming Google Ads campaign for our product. Product name, here's a consolidated brief. So you have the product, business objectives, target audience, all that information. Then you can start prompting further to sense check, for example. If you want to sense check the campaign structure, you could ask, considering the business objective and the potential budget observation, what are 3 alternative campaign structure recommendations, e.g. bidding strategy, campaign type, ad group, segmentation, that could help us optimize for market share acquisition while still being mindful of CPA. Something else that you could ask is maybe around translation or ad copy ideation to say, based on this information, please generate 5 distinct Google search ad headlines and 5 distinct descriptions that resonate with the target audience, highlighting the client USPs and incorporating successful historical ad themes. Focus on clarity, conciseness, and strong CTAs. Ensure they evoke trust and premium quality. To note, before you use Gen AI tools, there are a few things to keep in mind. Firstly, check the results carefully. Before you use the information from the Gen AI tool, take a few minutes to check it carefully. Make sure that it's accurate and relevant to your needs. Secondly, also use Gemini as a tool, not a replacement for your own knowledge. Use the tool to supplement your own research and to get new ideas, but don't rely on it to provide you with all the answers. Also, what's important is the actual prompting. Here are some important building blocks for prompting that you can follow to get the best results. Firstly, try and give Gemini a persona in terms of the role you want it to play. Secondly, clearly define the task. Number 3, provide context on the style or content. And finally, also specify the format you want the results to take. Also, just use natural language. Be specific, try and avoid complexity, and make it a conversation. Now, your meticulous planning in phases 1 and 2 now begins to pay off. You're setting up Google's native AI to succeed because you've aligned everything upstream in terms of the strategy, the business objectives, and you have clear KPIs. Now let's look at the campaign setup. Now in the setup, AI can only be as good as the data you put into it or the information you supply into the AI. Now, in this example, without robust data and measurement in place, it's like you're setting out on a road trip without a GPS or fuel. You might be moving, but do you have a clear vision of your destination? And do you have enough fuel to get there? One good example of an AI-powered campaign type that I thought we could look at is performance max. So your job here to do in a performance max setup really is to provide diverse assets from text, images, videos, and then audience signals as well, and more importantly, the conversion goals as well. Then AI handles the bidding, budget optimization, ad serving across all Google channels, like search, display, YouTube, Gmail, and the rest. Apart from providing assets for your campaign, AI can also be used to create and scale new text and image assets with just a few clicks. It's been purpose-built and trained on data across all ads, including your specific industry, to help you drive performance. We found that advertisers will improve their PMAX ad strength to excellent, see 6% more conversions on average. This is the easiest 6% you will ever find. Let's look at another AI-powered enhancement, AI Max for search. Now, AI Max for search campaigns is an AI-powered suite of settings for your search campaigns that enables you in one click to supercharge your search performance. It's literally a one-click enhancement to your existing search campaign. Seriously, one click. And your search campaigns are instantly ready for how people search today. Many advertisers have been using this in beta, and those who do can achieve 27% more conversions at a similar CPA or ROAS compared to campaigns that mostly use exact and phrase match keywords. As a marketer, there are really 3 jobs to be done. One is to find me or the consumer. So find me with targeting. Ensure your business is able to show up to potential customer intent rather than exact keywords. Then secondly is to reassure me as a consumer with creative variation. Ensure your assets are specific to the individual user query to avoid frustrating your potential customers. And then finally, direct me to the right place with URL expansion. Send your potential customer to a page that is going to fulfill their actual needs. These are the 3 critical jobs that a marketer has to accomplish. Now, looking at AI Max for search campaigns, it has 3 key settings that align with those 3 critical jobs. Firstly, there's the search term matching setting that uses the latest AI technology to expand the reach of your search campaigns beyond keywords. Number 2, there's the automatically created assets. This helps to deliver tailored creative messaging to a user's query at scale, using your existing copy and landing page to ensure better relevance where required. Then finally, the third lever is the URL optimization. This replaces your final text URL with the most relevant landing page to the specific user's query. The combinations of all these three settings allows you to reach more customers, connect with more customers, and deliver customers an individualized journey that they are demanding. You could choose to activate all three settings, or you could choose to activate one or two of them, or even all three and have controls on some of them. AI Max for search campaigns takes your search campaigns away from this keyword needs this ad, this landing page, to being more dynamic to each individual user and their history and context with which they make the query and expect an answer and direction to a landing page. So for marketers who found that delivering the right message to the right consumer at the right time, a constantly moving target, AI Max for search campaign settings now makes this a reality. So I know the number one question on your minds could be, how does AI Max for search campaigns actually improve on search performance? So it does this through improving your search performance at each stage of the user ad journey. Firstly, the impressions. You are likely to be eligible for more auctions and more customers with intent. 2, the click-through. With personalized relevance, you could improve your ad rank while driving higher click-through rate. Then finally, the website actions. Directing users to a more relevant landing page, they are more likely to take an action that you value or stay engaged on the page. Now let's look at what this AI Max for search campaigns looks like in action. If you look at this example, or this dry skin example, you will see with keywordless targeting how you are able to show up at auction to the intent signal. Then with automatically created assets, we're able to create very specific ad copy, and then the final URL is able to direct to the most relevant landing page for the query. So we have aligned, or you have aligned your strategy docs to get clear goals and objectives. You have set up your campaign with the right measurement in place, aligned to your goals, and you have given it enough data and assets to guide the AI. Optimization is now where AI truly shines, making real-time adjustments and surfacing hidden opportunities. The insights page, for example, is a great starting point for optimizing your campaign. The algorithms work in such a way that as your campaign accumulates more conversions and engagement volumes, the algorithms generate more insights and trends for your business. Another key optimization lever that is at times overlooked are the recommendations. Please use the recommendations and optimization score to identify optimization opportunities for your campaign across budgets and bids, ads and extensions, repairs, keyword targeting, and automated campaigns as well. Now, data-driven attribution uses AI to do the math of assigning credit to each ad touchpoint across all Google Media. This way, you can adapt to the ever-changing consumer journeys. But it doesn't stop there. Data-driven attribution also drives performance because it feeds directly into our bidding solution. So its insights are automatically used to decide where your ads show up in real time and drive ROI. If you're not using data-driven attribution and are still using last click, I would suggest you seriously consider switching today. Now, another tool, AI-powered tool that you could use is Performance Planner. Now, Performance Planner uses machine learning to forecast how changes to your campaigns, e.g. budget adjustments, bid strategy changes, could impact future performance. Your role really here would be to use it for strategic planning and budget allocation for upcoming periods. Utilize Performance Planner for forecasting. For example, before big budget decisions or seasonal pushes, use Performance Planner to forecast potential outcomes and optimize spending. This is a critical and key tool as well. Experiments. With campaign experiments, you can measure the impact of making a change to your campaign in a controlled environment without affecting your original campaigns, and determine if change will help you achieve your business goals. So you can perform a true A/B test and easily take action on successful experiments. It's really important to develop or start developing a culture of experimentation and testing. Now, these are some of the AI-powered optimization and insight tools you can start using today as part of your campaign process. So let's look at some key takeaways from today, having gone through the strategy alignment, the setup, the optimization and insights. Now, some key takeaways at a strategy and alignment level is that start leveraging Notebook LM to quickly ingest, summarize, and extract core objectives, target audience insights, and key USPs from all your strategy documents. Another takeaway here is utilize Gemini for sense checking campaign structure, recommendations, and for generating diverse, relevant ad copy ideas based on your summarized insights. A third and final takeaway on this segment is proactively use GA4's predictive audiences and Google Trends to identify high potential customer segments and validate keyword ideas, ensuring your strategy is informed by current and future. At a setup level, here where you guide AI with your inputs, some key takeaways to look at is, for example, for performance max or PMax campaigns, try and ensure you provide comprehensive inputs, including clear business goals, budgets, product feeds, digital assets, and audience signals to effectively guide AI in maximizing your reach and relevance across all Google channels. Secondly, adopt broad match in conjunction with smart bidding to simplify account management, capture incremental high value queries, and achieve more conversions or conversion value. And then thirdly, you can activate AI Max for search campaigns, including those three levers that we spoke about: the search term matching, the automatically created assets, and the final URL optimization. This will help to expand reach beyond keywords, deliver hyper-personalized ad copy, and direct users to the most helpful landing pages. Now, at an optimization and insights level, key takeaways: regularly review the Google Ads Insights page to monitor performance, diagnose issues, identify market opportunities, and find recommended optimizations. 2. Actively apply recommendations from your optimization score, e.g., adjusting budgets, bids, setting up conversion tracking, improving PMax asset groups, refreshing customer match lists. This will help to identify and implement low-hanging fruit and help in your performance gains. Start utilizing Performance Planner to confidently focus budget and performance scenarios up to 18 months ahead across search, shopping, and PMax campaigns, aligning your AI-powered strategies with long-term goals. And finally, conduct campaign experiments and develop a culture of experimenting and testing. Conduct these experiments to confidently A/B test proposed changes to your campaigns in a controlled environment, verifying positive impact on marketing objectives before widespread implementation. This does not require additional budget. And with this, we come to the end of our session today. I hope this has been beneficial for you. Remember, AI is a co-pilot. It handles complexity, frees up your time for strategy, and surfaces opportunities. Your role is strategic. Focus on providing clear goals, high quality assets, interpreting insights, and refining strategy. Start small, learn fast, pick one or two AI powered features to implement today or this week, and stay curious. Thank you.